Oh, hey, I'm Josiah. Welcome back to Retro Rewind. And today, I'm playing the Wii U. But, I just wish I could be playing something good. Oh boy, my favorite game ever! Let's just get this over with. Okay, let's start with a bit of history. The Legend of Zelda is one of the most famous video game franchises of all time, branching off with its abundance of games, merchandise, and especially fans. The series started on the Famicom Disk System over in Japan and was the brainchild of Shigeru Miyamoto, the creator of Super Mario. He remembered the days when he was a child exploring in the forest and how much fun he had when doing it. Then he thought to himself, how can this be translated into a video game? And thus he created The Legend of Zelda, creating a whole franchise with it as well. Now let's talk about Ocarina. Revealed at a Nintendo Space World event in 1995, Ocarina of Time was looking to be one of the greatest games of all time. It was easily the most anticipated game ever, being hyped up in magazines like Nintendo Power, commercials on TV showing it off, and kids talking at the lunch table about how they got the game early. Now let's talk about the game itself and what made it so special. First of all, it defined a generation, which isn't something you can say about every game. Sure, some games like Mario 64, Metroid, Pokemon, and Kid Icarus were good games, but Zelda takes the cake for most influential. Either way, let's talk about my favorite parts about this game. First of all, it immerses you into a world that kind of feels real. You have a certain connection with these characters and something I can only explain as, well, a relationship with the game. Oh, and the boss battles. You can't talk about Zelda without talking about the boss battles. They all have that certain amount of tension that give you that feeling of just one more time. It's really addictive. However, with all these pros, there's bound to be some cons. One major thing is you can't pick it up, forget about it, and pick it back up a month later and forget everything. You have to stay consistent with it. Play a bit today, a bit tomorrow. It's a schedule on the game's time. Other than that, it's probably the biggest contender for my favorite game of all time. So The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time is definitely my favorite Zelda game out of any other Zelda game in existence, and probably my favorite game overall. But what game am I going to talk about next? Well, tune in next episode where I talk about Sonic the Hedgehog on the Sega Genesis. And as always, stay safe, stay warm, stay watching, and stay retro. See you guys later.